Good afternoon, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye, where we will be doing a follow-up video for the animal mode or dinosaur mode of the robot mode from More Than Meets the Eye number 19. So, we did Slag's robot mode in the R19, and this time we're going to be focused more on the... Ouch, son of a... What the hell, Cream? Why you do that? Okay, sorry. Cream just bit me on my big toe. That was painful. So, we did the video discussing the robot mode for Slug, and today we're just going to talk about his really unique dinosaur mode. When it comes to dinosaur modes, you don't see Triceratops done that often. We just saw with the new Kingdom line and all the stuff that they've released for that. You get all these crazy dinosaurs like a raptor and a T-Rex and a pterodactyl. But you know what you don't get? You don't get a Triceratops. You don't get a Stegosaurus either, or a Brontosaurus. That's what Dinobots gives us. They give us the Triceratops, the Stegosaurus, and the Brontosaurus. Or is it now called a Brachiosaurus? I need to relook my dinosaur facts. I learned all my dinosaur facts in the 90s, and then learned in the late 2000s that all the dinosaur facts in the 90s weren't all facts. So, we got... 1 second. Cream, why did you just do that? Cream. You don't want to come up for the camera? I'm going to be a butt? Yeah. Sorry about that. He is a distracting animal. The Slag here in his Triceratops mode is actually really fun. I do wish it was a bit more of a stable mode. There's some parts about it that like to fold up, and it was a bit difficult to get into. I was comparing him in the G1 and noticing a major difference between the two. When it comes to his actual length, counting the tip of his tail, we get about 32 studs long. That's pretty cool. That's an easy one. His vehicle mode's, or Dinobot mode's height is sitting pretty at... We'll do these big bumpy things. There we go. So that is 14 studs tall. That's not bad. Let's get the cliff jumper out here for a good comparison. Cliff jumper. Here you are. So here's the cliff jumper for a comparison. Cliff jumper stretches from the back, actually stretches between his legs. From the front of his front leg to the back of his back leg. There you have a cliff jumper. Now, they did some good stuff here with this guy. You get some really nice, solid texturing on the front of the nose area with the little bitty horn, the tip of his nose, making him almost a unicorn. He's got these really cool shield plates around his head. Those plates that a Triceratops has, but these are individually textured, and they're really nice. They feel really cool. And feeling here over on his, I went and got my G1 guy out, and I'm going to compare. The molding around the head for the new Slag is actually much better than the old Slag. I didn't think that would happen. Like, the old Slag's got him beat when it comes to the horns. This dude's horns don't twist, they don't move, they can fall out, and they're hollow. This dude's horns, they can go all over the place. He can be like this, like a cool dude with his horns draped back. I don't know. You just set them up in front like that. They just kind of spin around on their own little hinges for the G1 dude. I had you on top of Cliff Jumper. My bad. Let's get to the rest of him. Texturing wise on the legs, He's got, you can individually, you can feel that he's got two big toes on the front of his foot. They did a good job. Just, that was such a simple texture to do. All they did is cut the plastic and move a bit over, but it works really well. And remember, this was like a dinosaur meets computer. So, not you. And so you get all these little bitty details. This isn't like skin folds or anything like that. No, no, no. You get little bits like rivets, and on his sides here you get these cool feeling bumps that obviously something to do with cooling or something similar to that, or maybe they're just more hydraulics. It's really nicely armored. The back of it's got some good texture. It all comes together quite well. I love his back legs. I do wish that they had 5mm ports on them as well. In his vehicle mode here, or his Dyno mode, he's got a port on each of his front shoulders, a port on his back, and then a place to plug blast effects into his mouth. Somewhere in his mouth. Let's see. Oh, it's right in there. You could plug them in. Let's see. Not that one. That one's too big. Not that one. What is that anyway? Oh. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. And that's not what I'm looking for. Aha! Here's what I'm looking for. So we just take and you can plug a blast effect into his mouth. Look at that. Now he can... I'm not filled with beryllium bologna. You're filled with silesium salami. I love that. Silesium salami, beryllium bologna. 80s. A little comparison. This little adorable G1 dude. Almost like, parent-child going on right here with the size differences. There's not much more to be said about this guy's robot mode. I do appreciate it. I do like that all the legs are articulatable. There's a bit of hollowness in the back leg, but even on this G1 guy, there was hollowness in his back legs. Then he's got good range of motion. Bending knees, feet that can move around just a bit, bending back areas. It's got more articulation in it than you would expect, and I do appreciate that. That does make it nice. Though I wish the tail could wag side to side. Sadly, due to its transformation, it cannot. But let's get the last guy out here. Here we go. We've got him compared to his leader, Grimlock. And here's a good comparison of the two sizes. You can see, Grimlock is definitely pumping up the size on this, but if we do a comparison on like this, you can see that even though Grimlock is the taller one, this dude is more of the tank built one. He's wide and long and burly. That's pretty cool. They do work really well together. This is the heights that I would imagine them to be, and I'm just continually surprised by how well they're getting the scaling done for these Studio Series 86 things. It's really nice, and them actually managing to fit it to scale with everything else in the line they've done a good job. You could see that there is a lot of foreplanning that goes into this, and they don't just wake up one day and pull a transformer out of their butt and then say it's done. No, they actually put a lot of time and effort and thought into these things, and you get these really well done Dinobots. And I can't wait for what is it? Slag, Swoop, Snarl, and Sludge. So we're looking for Swoop, which with the Pterosaur, with that body type, we may be getting a Swoop. But then again, they may completely go for the old Dinobot design of Swoop like they've been doing with these. I've noticed that they've been trying to get the transformations for the new figures of the Dinobots very close to the old figures of the Dinobots. Like this Grimlock in his G1 version barely have anything different in their transformation, and that's something that I'm amazed by. They did a good job with it. At first, I was a little peeved. I was like, this is no new transformation. What is this nonsense? But then I did it, and I'm like, I can feel the nostalgia bubble for it. And I have to say that it has to be very difficult to take something from one group, from one span of time over 30 years ago, and then apply that with modern day technology to create something very similar that's bigger and slightly different. And so, my thumbs up go to you, Hasbro. Your engineers did a good job. I appreciate this. But anyway, I think that's enough time from me today. So, I am Blind Prime, and you've been watching More Than Meets the Eye. Today's episode has been on Transformers Studio Series 86 Slag, his Dyno mode. And if you wouldn't mind, please like, share, subscribe, comment. This channel's about doing all we can to, showcase these really amazing action figures and stuff, and try to raise awareness for the blind at the same time. So I hope you've enjoyed the show. And please tune in next time as we discuss the Blindformers episode on Slag, where we will be transforming him on camera and teaching you how. Until next time.